Hey you guys, Crystal Grace, welcome back to another pick a card reading. This one is all about what is the current gossip on you. So we have three piles to choose from, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a moment to connect with one of the cards, numbers or messages written on the cards. And a quick disclaimer while you're doing that, please trust your intuition. If a message feels right, take it. If it doesn't and puts you on a downward spiral, please opt off the reading. Tarot responsibly. I don't sit here and conjure negative energies or messages to ruin your day or your life. That is not how I roll. I do try and work from the light. I'm not going to sit here and tell you a positive message if I don't see it. And if you can't handle that, then this is not the platform for you, okay? We're here for growth, and I'm also here for growth. So, yeah. I digress, and let's get into it. Let's find out what the current gossip is on you. So pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose Lunar, Sister, remove all negative energy imprints. We've got 3 people sitting around a campfire. So one in a provocative move. Oh no, she's throwing up. Oh my God, she's throwing up. So some of you could have recently went on a camp trip, and there may have been some kind of substance involved and somebody's throwing up, but she has a very nice behind. So if you've recently been socializing and you threw up, there are people like watching you from behind and checking out your behind while you were throwing up your guts. And then like this person looks kind of angry and concerned. So somebody was kind of annoyed that you were throwing up, or you were sick recently and maybe you didn't attend somewhere. This person kind of doesn't know where to look. They're just sort of looking down. You know, those people who like when the situation's unfolding, they're like get really awkward. But we do have the card number 23. Yeah. Which equates to number 5, right? So, you may have found that once you removed all like negative people around you, a lot of change came in. Like you may have had a lot of people around you who didn't like it when you drank or liked when you smoked or whatever. They would be deemed like negative energies. To a degree, depending how you act. But Lunar, Sister, I would say you guys are pretty wild. You like fiery. With the fire there, we could suggest Aries, Leo, Sagittarius have picked this pile. But we also have a very strong image of the moon. So Cancerian energy or Pisces when we think about the tarot. So yeah, there's a lot going on in that photo. So let's find out. Let's find out what the gossip is on you guys. I'm going to pull some tarot. Tarot. These, I don't know why I try and shuffle these cards like that. They're too big. They're very large cards. And we will take reversals today. Let's find out. Oof. What is the current gossip on pile number 1? That's too many. Sorry for the shaking of the camera. I want to shake you all about. That's still too many. I must want to come out though, so I'm taking it. It keeps coming out. Queen of Wands. What's your overall vibe here? 3 of Coins in reverse. All right. Cool. So lovers, we've got strong Gemini energy there, and then Wands and Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which we talked about. Three of Pentacles, the overall gossip here. Because there's no cups here other than the Lovers card, which is like sort of in reverse anyway, I wouldn't say the gossip here has got anything to do with romantic suitors. It is possible that it's just with friends, okay? Or it is possible that it has to do with work gossip, okay? So I'm just sort of going to put it there. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, if it is related to work, I feel like there could be gossip surrounding like lack of teamwork, you having poor motivation when it comes to working with the team. There is some kind of misalignment people are discussing on your end. If it was to do with your love life, I would say people would be discussing that you're not learning from past errors affecting your love life, which creates conflict, right? Either way, with the Three of Pentacles being the headliner of the gossip, there's something that you're not doing that people are talking about, okay? There's something that you are not maybe learning from, or you're unwilling to learn or commit to something. You are avoiding something, you know, which could be... which could be easily addressed is what I'm hearing, but you don't want to address it. You're happy to create this disharmony. For some of you, it could be just doing overtime to help out the workplace, but you like, fuck it, they don't help me out, so why would I help them? That's the sort of vibe I'm picking up. And so be right. That's you taking your power back. Like when people sort of work you like a working horse, why the fuck would you go do overtime? What, so you can get more worked like a working horse? What the fuck? No way. Maybe make the people at work do the fucking job properly, and then you wouldn't have to come in and do overtime, all right? Seven of Swords in reverse, right? There is gossip about a confession here, I would have to say. There's some kind of truth that's been revealed and people are gossiping about that. Okay, people could be gossiping about a regret of, you know, maybe betraying you, deceiving you, you know, trying to trick you, strategize against you, creating lies. You know, if anyone has committed betrayal against you in the romantic sense, I would say there is some kind of confession here that people are gossiping about, and somebody having regret about doing that to you. So the truth comes to light either way. So there is gossip surrounding some kind of truth coming to the light about you at this time. Okay, so it's going to look very differently for all of you. Now, the Nine of Wands, okay, I feel like this sort of gives me the impression, with it being in the upright, it kind of gives me the impression people would be gossiping about your resilience, okay, that you're a person who has overcome a lot of challenges either at work or in love, okay, and you are a very persistent person. You're not somebody who easily gives up. On the flip side of that, the Nine of Wands can talk about somebody being very close to something that they have been working towards, but they are kind of fatigued from it. So you're kind of gathering your strength and pushing forward towards something that you have been working towards, I would have to say. But overall, the Nine of Wands definitely talks about somebody feeling drained, but wanting to persevere. Now, with the Lovers card sitting right there, you know, it could have something to do with your love life. Yes, definitely. But at the same time, it being in reverse, there could be gossip surrounding some kind of trust issues you have. There is an imbalance or disconnect that you have between you and somebody else, or it could be you and the workplace, right? You know, the fact that you have to be persistent and keep overcoming challenges, it's creating a disharmony within you. We see disharmony here, we see disharmony here. So people are talking or gossiping about something that is unfair and unjust happening to you. So whether or not that's in a romantic sense or at work, people, that is what the main gist, I feel, is being discussed about. Not so much your love life, but something that people are doing to you that is not fair, and it's creating an imbalance within you, right? And the result of this imbalance is making you more disconnected, you more unavailable, you very detached. And for some of you, they could be wearing you out so much that it's making you make bad choices, like going out and getting fucking hammered and spewing up everywhere. Like naturally, when we're in low vibrational environments, we will have a tendency where we're getting work so fucking hard. We will have a tendency to go out every Friday, Saturday night and fucking obliviate ourselves. I used to in a corporate job. I worked in a corporate company. I always hit my targets. I was one of the nationally recognized people, and these people just kept fucking me, like, excuse my French, but just kept fucking me in the ass. Like, and it was like nothing was ever good enough. They used me, they abused me, and white collar people are totally fucked. Like, no offense if you're in white collar, but KPIs, you know, key performance indicators, were never good enough. So what would I do on the weekend? I'd go and get fucking side railed because I was just so stressed out. All the emails, all the calls, all the text messages, never good enough. The boss was never happy. He was just a fucking tyrant, right? So I feel like for me to go on that fucking rant about that era of my life, which was no way, that's why I ended up in mining. I don't have to deal with white collar fuckwits anymore. I can go to work, be who I want and leave. There is no pressure once I leave work. So I feel like for a lot of you who have picked this pile, there must be some kind of correlation here. You can only take so much as a person. You can only do so much at work. And then when people start abusing that, shit starts crumbling. Like, you know, shit starts like falling to shit. And normally it's the working horse, right? So I feel like people are gossiping about you sort of getting to this point with the Nine of Swords in reverse, that this would tell me that you're trying to maybe find help or trying to learning to cope with this pressure, these obstacles, these challenges, right? But the Nine of Swords in reverse can talk about mental health issues and somebody in recovery as well. So some of you could have substance abuse addiction, and people could be gossiping about the fact that you are in a recovery. Maybe you are a bit shameful about having mental health issues. Please don't ever be shameful about having mental health issues, because we all fucking have them. And no one is perfect, okay? It is very natural to feel shame, and it is very natural to feel guilt. They are human emotions that cannot be escaped from feeling. But when you do feel them, pile one, release and let go. Stop feeling shameful and guilty about throwing up in the bush. Who gives a fuck if you threw up in the bush? Nobody. And people who care about throwing up in the bush like this person, fuck them. Anyway, I really hope this message finds somebody, because I'm very passionate right now. So yeah, Nine of Swords will talk about somebody really focusing on peace and clarity. Maybe you've already told these people to stick their fucking job up their ass, you know? Maybe you are trying to reach out to other colleagues and be like, you know, why is my boss treating me like this? You know, why is the team treating me like this? Either way, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the gossip here would stand that you are trying to seek help in whatever all of this is referring to, is what I would have to say. And to close out your reading, we have this beautiful Queen of Wands. And I think it's like, you know, let's get through the sort of like gritty gossip, and let's finish on a high note, okay? Queen of Wands tells me that the current gossip about you is that you are very self-assured and you're very charismatic, okay? You're a very confident person, and if you aren't there yet, you are becoming confident through the steps you're taking to tell these people to maybe go fuck themselves. People find you sexually attractive. They find you very alluring, okay? And I feel like there is gossip surrounding you that people do want some kind of deeper connection with you, whether that be friendship, workship, like lovers, right? Either way, people are gossiping about trying to build a deeper, intimate relationship with you, a stronger bond. And that could be friendship, that could be lover, okay? It can be literally anything here. Based off this, it could be the fact that there are work people trying to get closer to you because they can really relate to you. But yeah, that's what we have for you today. I really hope that message found you well. If you feel comfortable to share anything in the comments, please do. Sending all my love and light to you. Bye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. We have card 33. We have pull your head in, show more compassion and gratitude. Now we have a walking stick like a cane coming out at the neck. I actually feel like you might have people trying to navigate, dictate you and your emotions and how you're responding to things at the moment. See how we've got lightning and rainy clouds here, and here we have the sun. And then we do have a love heart here. So I have a funny feeling you might have people around you who are trying to maybe side rail your intuition. Okay, they might be trying to gaslight you or tell you that, like, pull your head in, like, you know, be more compassionate, show more gratitude to me, like that sort of energy. Like, stop trying to make things that aren't, like, stop trying to make something when it's not. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. And then other things is like, maybe you're saying this to yourself, like, pull your head in, like, maybe I need to be more compassionate and show more gratitude to the people around me. So there is two very strong different energies coming through. So let's kind of find out what is the gossip on our pile number 2. You could be very confused at this time. Like, 1 minute things aren't going well, other minute you are, like, things are going well. So some of you could be dealing with a romantic suitor here. Like, 1 minute things are hot and heavy, and then they turn really sour. Somebody could be trying to lure you down a path. So we have the 3 of Wands, the Teacher. What's the Hierophant? The Sun. The Queen of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. We've got a lot of people here. Yeah, look, like, you know, we could have a teacher gossiping about you. We could have a boss gossiping about you. We could have the boss's wives or the teacher's wives gossiping about you. But let's jump into it. So the King of Wands in regards to gossip, right? This is fairly positive gossip, I would have to say. There could be gossip surrounding, like, you finally taking control of a vision, or, you know, taking more of a leadership role in your life, right? So based off there only being the Queen of Cups here, I would have to say this isn't romantic gossip. I would have to say that this is probably business and work, right? It could be friendship as well. So I just sort of acknowledge that, because I know some people come here because they want to know what people are gossiping about their love life. I don't feel this gossip here is about your love life. It could be, but I don't feel like it is. If it is, I would say there you are balancing your love life. Your love life doesn't get involved in your work life. But King of Wands, right, would definitely talk about somebody being spoken about, having very bold ideas, somebody who's quite a visionary, somebody who's able to take control of situations and come out with a positive solution or resolution, so to speak, if you're good at problem solving. I feel like there's gossip surrounding you being very bold in nature. You could be somebody who is spoken about as somebody enjoying single life or maybe married life. I've always deemed a King of Wands person as somebody who's married. But I am open to the idea of this card being connected with somebody trying to enjoy single life, because it is a fresh take for me. And we don't see a person on this card. So, you know, maybe enjoying single life is something that people are gossiping about. Maybe you are trying to make space for love if that's what you desire. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're not really focused on love. You are very focused on self and maybe building something. So yeah, if that sort of connects, cool. So moving into the Two of Pentacles in regards to gossip, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, I would have to say the Two of Pentacles. There's something about your ability to adapt and be very flexible. So people are gossiping about the fact that your visions or your expectations of them. Maybe this is about people gossiping about what you expect from your colleagues, what you expect from maybe your partners. But I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, people are gossiping about the sense of adaptability and flexibility. Like in order to bring more balance into your life, like you had to adapt, you had to be more flexible in order to bring your goals and your dreams into reality. You had to adapt, you had to be flexible. I feel like people talk about how you are currently trying to maintain balance. So it could be a work-life balance. You are putting in the effort into ensuring that your work life is working well, working out well, but you're also trying to prioritize maybe a love life, right? Either way, the Two of Pentacles is telling me that people are discussing or gossiping about something you are juggling. So it could be work and love life, yeah, or it could be the fact that you are maintaining balance in something that you are working towards, right? Because we have the Three of Wands here, and this sort of indicates to me people are gossiping about something that you are moving towards confidently. There is something that you are trying to grow. You are looking ahead. There is some kind of foresight you have on a situation that people are talking about. Either way, momentum is building and people are talking about that. So whatever you're working towards, pile number 2, people are talking about that. That is what is in their mouth about your forward movement, the steps that you're taking and how you're taking it. They're also talking about, again, your leadership skills, because the Three of Wands is heavily linked to that. Hence why this could be like career development. This could be like maybe you advancing in your academic area of life, like maybe you're getting better with your grades, things like that. What do you want? What do you want? Cuddles? You want to cuddles? You want to cuddles? Okay. So then we have the Hierophant, right? So the Hierophant, I guess, in reverse. I don't know. It is a card that can talk about rebellious nature, okay? Somebody not conforming. But I would have to say it's not that. It's new methods. So whatever you're moving forward, you've decided to do new methods in something. And that's what they're talking about. You're not conforming to traditional ways. And that's why things are moving at a rapid speed for you in whatever it is you are focused on. Whatever you're envisioning to happen, it's happening because you're choosing a new method. You're not handling situations like you used to, is what they're talking about. You've got a new style to you. You have more balance within you. And because of that, it's allowing you to open up new doors and new opportunities because you're handling situations differently. You're handling challenges differently. Especially when you're trying to challenge the status quo. So people could be gossiping about how you're trying to challenge tradition and trying to introduce new methods in the workplace as opposed to hanging on to the old. Let's start with the new. Like, this isn't working anymore. Let's try this. And people are gossiping about you wanting to try something new, do something a different way. And it's working. Like, you know, whatever it is you're trying to change and do, what they're gossiping about is it's actually showing positive results. The Sun card can sort of suggest to me that maybe because it's in the reverse, that there are people around you that aren't really enthusiastic about this new way of doing things, right? There could be gossip about, you know, you kind of stepping into the ego, and this is ego driven, this path that you're on. But for most of you, I feel like this Sun card in reverse is talking about the lack of enthusiasm some people have towards this new way of you or this new path that you are trying to go on. So people could be rejecting your ideas, your messages, your advice, because it could be their ego is driven, right, with the Sun. Either way, your success is likely affecting other people. So it's when people, the more happy, the more positive results you're getting, the more negative some people around you are getting. So the gossip here is like people are saying pessimistic things about the path that you are currently on, the messages you are delivering. There is this sense of lack of enthusiasm in their gossip is what I feel. It could be the fact that the Sun card could be representing that the gossip is that you have excessive enthusiasm about this new way of life. You are moving forward in a way that is ego driven. You're so enthusiastic about it. It's like it's like it's annoying, it's sickening is what I'm hearing. So I just would imagine you've got you've got jealous individuals around you, pile number 2, that don't want to see you win, is what I would have to say based off that kind of message coming through. And then to close out your reading with the Queen of Cups in reverse, and following on from that energy of jealousy, jealous people, there could be some people around you who are quite fragile, right? They're very insecure. And because you are probably looking like you're acting from a self-centered point of view, I would say these people are feeling overly sensitive because you are being self-centered, okay? And there's nothing wrong with being self-centered. That's called self-love and self-care done in the right way, right? So if you're choosing to go down a path and you're balancing everything right, you're finding new ways to do things and it's working out well for you, I would have to say you're putting a bee in someone's bonnet, maybe multiple people here, because I did say there's a couple. People can't touch you. You seem to have your energy very protected, and that is where this self-centered energy, I think, message comes from. I think a lot of people around you are seeing you in a different light. And I just think the gossip surrounding you at this time with the Queen of Cups in reverse is the fact that you are very self-focused at this time and unstoppable. It is actually making people around you very fragile. Now, they could also be gossiping about that you used to be in this energy, right? You used to be insecure, you used to be very dependent, you weren't very self-assured. And now that you are, you could have been somebody who was very overly sensitive to sharing your ideas and them getting knocked down. And now you give zero fucks. You're like, cool, you don't like my idea? No worries. I like my idea. It's working. I'm seeing forward movement. And there's momentum in whatever it is you're doing. So I'm not going to don't stop me now. The Queen song is coming through. So you guys have finally found rhythm. You finally found something that you are thriving in. And I think you need to keep moving towards that. You have many admirers because of this, but you're also gaining a lot of enemies. And fuck them. Don't worry about that. Draw the boundaries you need to and keep it moving. So I really hope you found that message well, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Lucky last, we've got Cat Chat. Connect to your psychic sight. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe some of you have got a cat, and maybe I've got a cat, as you know. And my black cat, after I don't want to say this because I've only just found out the person that I am in cahoots with watches my videos, which is funny. But my black cat does a shit in the living room, not the living room, but the dining area after he leaves. And that's a territorial sign. So I don't know if some of you have got a cat like that that's doing that, but I also feel we've got connect to your psychic sight. I also feel with this color red here, that's just a side note. I don't know why I shared that with you. It's probably TMI, but somebody will probably be like, what the fuck? What am I watching? Yeah, it's so gross. But I know which cat does a shit because I know what all their shits look like. So, yay. So yeah, we do have cat chat. I'm just going to say shit because it's just weird. Cat chat, cat shit. So I actually think when I think about cat shit, it's gross, it stinks. And I think maybe you are raining on someone's parade here. And I think you guys are fucking enjoying it. I think you're connecting with your psychic abilities and you're learning how to manipulate energy to come for people who come for you. I feel like you could be working with dark magic at the moment, and there's nothing wrong with that, but just be responsible and up your protection, cleanse it, whatever. You know, people should, I'm a big believer people will reap what they sow, and if you want to make them reap it, then you do you. Like, you know, you just got to be aware that there are consequences. Unfortunately, karma comes for us when we be someone's karma too. But you know, hit me with your best shot, far away. Yeah. So anyway, you guys are very much in your power. I think you're very actively working from your root chakra. There could be a bit of aggression within you, and you're like, don't fuck with me, is the kind of vibe I'm getting with that. You fuck with me, I'm going to burn your house down. You are very psychic. It's scary. I think you scare yourself sometimes with how psychic you are. Some of you are working with some serious witchcraft here. You know, we could think voodoo dolls, Ouija boards, that sort of witchy magic. We could have spell work and love potions and stuff like that. So what are people gossiping about? Our pile number 3. Ooh. I think you might have some people who want to go into business with you. There could be friends, but we do have soulmates here. Let's see what we've got. So we have the Magician. I'm never going to get over that. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Hanged One, the Hangman, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician in reverse, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Look, hi. Ace of Pentacles. Well, Ten of Swords. Probably should start there, right? So Ten of Swords, right? I would have to say the gossip surrounding you may be coming from people that you've have exhausted all of your like avenues with, right? These this energy of the Ten of Swords talks about somebody's failure, somebody's collapse of collapse in society, some kind of defeat, right? Some kind of loss, crisis, infidelity, right? Grief. So I don't know, it's going to be different. Thousands of you guys watch this. You fucking love the gossip content. And I love that. Some people don't understand why people want to know why people are talking, what they're saying, but it's interesting to know. Like, doesn't mean you're going to sit around crying about it. It's just interesting to know what people think, right? Ten of Swords, gossip. People could be talking about or gossiping about something not being the best it could be as well, right? Ten of Swords doesn't necessarily mean it's like the all in all doom and gloom, but it could be talking about you exhausting all avenues and it's leading to failure, right? No cups cards here, so I'd have to say it's not so much romantic base, and because we do have the business venture card here and the employment card, I would have to say we are looking at a business here. We are looking at your work life, your career life, maybe your finances. I feel like people are gossiping about maybe you ruining a business opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you saying no to an opportunity because you thought it was going to be a dead end. It was only going to collapse your career, not enhance it, is what I feel somebody could be talking about. Either way, the Ten of Swords tells me that people gossip about all the endings that you have had because you've probably had a lot of endings. And the best thing about endings is there's always new beginnings. So you should always welcome endings because new beginnings come in, and new beginnings are fun and they're exciting, and then they get boring and then a loss happens and blah. It's a very 360 experience. Look, if you've had a job loss or anything like that, or you've had some kind of stress or burnout, maybe you've had a failed investment. Either way, this gossip is surrounding, I feel, career and finance. I'm pretty confident we're sitting with that. Now, let's get to the positive. The positive, right? with the Ace of Pentacles, maybe people are gossiping about, extending an olive branch to try and offer you a new opportunity to gain more resources, or maybe financial abundance, or a new job, or a promotion, or something like that, a new business venture, and you declined it because you've had bad luck in the past with this Ten of Swords. Going into business with others always ended up in failure. So people are gossiping about the fact that you are turning down prosperous opportunities because you're afraid that it might affect your employment. You're afraid that it might not be fruitful. Okay, is what I feel with this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you have a lot of people around you, pile number 3, who want to work with you, but you're rejecting them. You're creating stagnation. You're ghosting them. You're not responding to them. You don't see it as a positive opportunity, but I would have to say it is a positive opportunity. Some of you could be shooting yourself in your own foot here. I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, people are talking about why it would be good to work with you or go into business with you is because you're very loyal, you're dependable, you're very trustworthy, you're a good planner, you're goal orientated, you're diligent, like you're also very ambitious. You're a person who knows how to set goals and put the effort in to achieve those goals. And this is why people want to work with you. This is why people want to grow with you and build with you. So there is some strong positive gossip about working with you. And I think when these offers come in, maybe take the opportunity, pile 3, to have the conversations, have an interview with these people and say, well, what are you going to do for me? And what do you expect me to do for you? Open those lines of communication, see what opportunities grab you, see what the financial reward is, and see if you can stay on track with your current job and these new business adventures. I feel like your reading is very different to the other reading. It might be a bit of motivation you might need for future development. But yeah, I feel like people are gossiping about that. Like, if pile number 3 just set the goals, put in the effort, like they could have heaps more than what they actually have now. So you could be working on something. You could already have a business venture. People are gossiping about if you put in a bit more effort instead of only putting in the bare minimum here with the Hanged One, it could fucking move very, very fast and very fruitful is what I see with the Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like with the Magician in reverse, it's like people who are gossiping that you're your own worst enemy here. You are only manipulating the narrative that is only it's a pitfall, it's a downfall. You're not saying yes to opportunities because maybe you have dealt with a lot of manipulators, people who used you, abused you, created a lot of loss and grief for you. So this is why you are very adamant about working with others, inviting people into your space, especially your career space, your business ventures, because it's never worked out well for you, or at least this is the gossip. So I don't know if you know these people all that well. These are people who are simply just trying to extend an olive branch with you, who want to work with you, but you are putting up a wall, you're putting up a blockage for them and saying, no, I'm not interested, I don't need your help. When in fact, these people think that they can help you. And they probably can, because they are soulmate material here with the Wheel of Fortune. Soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. They're not just lovers, they are also friends, and they're also colleagues, right? And it's about saying yes and trusting the fact that, trusting your psychic abilities, maybe getting out of this aggressive energy, this red energy, and trusting that not everyone is out to get you. The Hangman would talk about some kind of confinement, but it's also a card that these people are talking about. The reason why you won't say yes to these opportunities because you're uncertain, right? You need to release, you need to let go of past experiences where people have fucked you over and allow new people to come in with fresh ideas to keep forward movement, to keep the wheels turning with the Wheel of Fortune here. And I like this. These people do mean you well, but you have been burnt by so many people that you very much, I work on my own, I'm not working with anyone else. You're only shooting yourself in the foot. The Wheel of Fortune talks about these people gossiping that they feel like they're a part of your destiny to help you move forward. They're a part of your destiny to help you gain fortune. It was chance that they came across you and they want to bring positive change towards you. They just feel this strong connection with you, not romantic. It's about bringing big positive change to your business venture is what I feel, to your career. These people do mean well in who is gossiping about you, and I love that. So this could be friends watching what you're doing and then thinking, let's give her feedback, like let's give him feedback. Maybe we could do XYZ for them, and that would relieve some of that workload off them so they can do this workload off them. That's the sort of vibe coming through. I'm wondering if this is my friends, because they sent me photos last night of them with my YouTube channel on a TV screen and them drinking wine watching my pick a card reading. So maybe this is my pile. Maybe this is the message I need to hear. Imagine if they picked this pile and they're like, holy fuck, that would be so weird. That would be weird. But that's sort of the vibe I'm picking up here. Now, to close out your reading with the Magician in reverse, I just feel like it's wasted talent is being seen here. Like the Magician in reverse can talk about trickery and deception, but here it's being very highlighted. There is gossip about wasted talent. You're not tapping into an area of your talent that you should be, that you could be, which is going to be very fruitful for you. That's going to bring a lot of fortune for you. So I'm interested to hear from you guys. Like, what is it? What ideas do you think these people have for you? Like, you know, and if this is my pile, well, you know, where am I wasting my talent? Let's go with that. I'll open up the lines. Hit me with your best shot. All right, sending all my love to you. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please take a moment to really think about this, because if people are trying to level you up, let them. Let them. If people want to come in and help you shine, let them help you shine, you know. It's actually, you can get more done in a team than you can on your own. So, yeah, release control and let it be. Sending all my love, guys. Bye.